I was thinking this morning about something my shamanic teacher said, and it was about I thanked him for how he's completely, well, how the training that I did had completely changed my life because I was way like stuck in victim mode. Like I didn't know that I was even there before I did this training. And it's funny because the way I did the training was actually a snake told me in a dream that I was to go and do shamanic, that I was to do a shamanship. And that's what led me to the training. So, you can't argue. That was in a dream. It's so miraculous how stuff happens. But anyway, that I remembered I was thanking him one day and he said, he always was so humble in saying that it wasn't me, it's the guides, and that it was all about him getting out of the way. And, I think over time, much like a lot of things, as your understanding and awareness increases, the meaning of that has changed significantly. And just this morning, talking to a friend, I sort of realized like another depth or sort of was reminded what he meant, or how I'm interpreting it now. And it is that, by the time we get to this awakening of self and go on the path of self-discovery, where it's like an ache, where it's like you can't actually help it, you're being pulled towards something, which is, in my opinion, I guess you can say the true self, or, you're being called home, basically. But by this time, you have endured quite a number of experiences, traumas, generational, ancestral, there's a lot of stuff that could have been built on top of the construct of who you are, because the construct of the ego, as far as I'm aware, is a belief system that's been adapted throughout these times, and just basically been added on and added on throughout all of these lives, past traumas, experiences, etc. And that's what he means by getting out of the way. And so it's untangling and unraveling yourself from these conditions, this conditioning that has got you on the autopilot of reaction to things without thought, because it's like getting up and walking. You just remember how to do it, right? Which is the benefit of the ego in that sense. However, when no one is doing anything, it can, it's a massive crow just came past. It could also mean that you're purely on like autopilot, in that, like how people walking around who aren't self-aware, they're just living out conditioning. That's like I was saying to my friend, when somebody says, oh, what type of pizza do you want, or whatever, you think that you're choosing what pizza you want, but your mind is flicking through memories. It could be ads, it could be experiences, it could be stories, you never know, and that's how you come to the conclusion. It's not actually you as you, if you even exist, like choosing consciously. So yeah, there's so many layers and levels to this. I just thought I wanted to document this thought, because us getting out of the way is like unraveling ourselves from the conditioning that we have adapted throughout time. And you know, this is also what I believe to be doing the work, in that resolving triggers and traumas and, you know, enabling yourself to have that pause and be in the present moment without reaction. Yeah, it'd be interesting if anyone else. I guess this is just what the shamanic training really taught us, that everything's just energy. And so when we're having this strong reaction, or like we're upset about something in particular, there's some energetic attachment to that, or it could be, like I say, our shadow child using this energy to protect itself. And so it's very, very interesting. Yeah, I don't know how these worlds mix, but they just seem to keep mixing for me, like the non-dual and the shamanic and the spiritual and the, yeah, all of them together, which is interesting. I'm just observing, I suppose, what is coming through and when, so that I can keep a log of it. So yeah, it'd be cool to hear your thoughts if you're doing, oh, like how are you doing your shadow work, you know? Like, of course, there's acceptance, but, you know, when there's something that needs to be resolved, there's so many tools, but, you know, what are you using?